What's up, YouTube? Welcome to Mentorship Mondays. All right. What's going on, my friends? Welcome guys to Mentorship Monday. I hope you're having the best day ever. It's my favorite day of the entire week, Monday. I love this feeling, this fresh start, starting new week, starting strong, pressing that reset button, kind of like I feel this way every time the Monday hits. So guys, pumped for this one. And yeah guys, let's dive right into this. I hope you're having the best day ever. And today, my friends, I want to talk actually about something really cool. So quick story. So usually when I never plan my mentorship Mondays for weeks and weeks ahead, the topics, what to talk. And usually something comes up. I feel like, when I'm listening to the clues around my clients, around my community, there's always something will come to me, the topic. And usually last minute, like even this time, actually on Sunday, last night, I had no idea what I'm gonna talk today about. But I feel like, the God pushes me, some clues, or the universe gives me some ideas, and something clicks in my head, or some question, my clients ask me, or my friends who have topic, and something comes up usually last minute, and I'm like, boom, this is exactly what I'm gonna talk today about. And this is one of those cases, because actually this morning, one of my clients, who you are, rather shout out to you, literally asked me question, and I'm like, you know what? That's exactly what I want to talk today, and I think a lot of people will relate. So he asked me this morning, like, Vlad, why does it seem like every time I make a decision to work on myself, the universe takes action against me, right? So why does it seem like the universe works against us when we're trying to work on ourselves, when we're trying to take action? And I think it's a great question, and let's unpack it, because I feel like, trust me, it's something I can definitely relate for myself in this question, and also I think a lot of people who's watching this also can relate, right? So let's unpack what does it mean, right? So and why it really feels like, the universe works against us. All right, so what I believe is, so when you start improving, working on yourself, doesn't matter whether you're hitting the gym, trying to grow your business, working on your mental game, mental toughness, it feels like suddenly, just out of nowhere, all of these challenges start hitting you. It feels just harder. You feel this weight on your shoulders. There's always some obstacles starting popping up, that you didn't expect, or you decided to focus on your health, and boom, suddenly a ton of work piles up. You commit to work with your, on your family, or spend time with your family, and boom, there's some big project hits, and you're like, oh crap, how can I manage all of this, right? So, and it's like the moment, I feel like, the moment when you choose to grow, the life starts throwing, more challenges at you, right? So I think a lot of people can relate to you, and I hope you can feel or relate to this too. So, and that's what I feel like a lot of people start thinking, when that happens, when you feel like, want to work on yourself, but boom, something hits you from different angles. You're like, maybe the universe is against me, maybe just not meant to be for me to do this right now. So maybe just, exactly like my client asked, like, why the heck I feel like universe works against me? Like, I feel like every time I'm trying to work on myself, the universe works, or I don't know, something from above, right, definitely trying to be against me, right? So it feels like, just wasn't meant to be, right? So but what if you look, guys, in a little bit different way, right? So let's look at this from a little bit different perspective. And here's what I believe, right? So I feel like when you make decision to work on yourself, you're actually stepping into new version of yourself, right? So when you decided, all right, here we go, that's it. I call it basically 2.0 version of you, right? So a better version of yourself. So when you start thinking to, making decision to grow on yourself, you're definitely stepping into a better, different version of yourself, right? So, and of course, with that, I feel like with that comes a lot of resistance, and a lot of resistance comes whether internal and external, both of them, right? And I feel like the same is like you're building muscle, right? So when you're building muscle, you cannot build muscle, right, without pushing heavy weights. You have to work, with the resistance training. You have to push yourself every week by week, day by day, a little bit heavier, to doing that what I talked before in the previous lives about progressive overload, right? You cannot build muscle without progressive overload. That's why so many people go to the gym and they do the same stuff over and over again. And I see the same people, like, they never change. And I'm like, why do you even come here? Like, it's good that you come, you like do a little something to yourself, but you're not growing, you're not building muscles, so you're staying the same, you're staying just stagnant. And I see those people stay still overweight, like it's not like they already like just maintaining, lean muscle. Like for example, for me, like sometimes I go in those like maintaining, maintained stages. They just stay overweight for years, but they still like trying kind of a little bit something, but they're not pushing themselves at the gym. So that's what exactly progressive overload means. You're pushing heavy weights every week. That's how we build we build resilience, you build that resistance against the weights, and that's how your muscle grows. So the same thing happens in life, I feel like, right? So I feel like when resistance issue, guys, you shouldn't feel a look and resistance in your life, whatever area of life it is, whether it's a fitness, health, wealth, business, family. That resistance, it's not that you are on the wrong path. It's often proof actually that you have a lot of resistance in your life, that you are on the right one. Okay, that's how I look at this. So think of this like it's a test, right? So whether you believe in God, so it's a God or in the universe, just anything from above, or the way just the life works. So when you're trying to get better at something, when you're trying to improve yourself to get to the next level, there's always is going to be some challenges, right? So like it's just inevitable. So I feel like it just, God, universe just tests you, instead of like just to see if it's just a wish for you, or is it really something that you really want, right? So kind of like, how bad do you want it? So like, is it just something that you're like, maybe it will be nice to get in shape, or like, I have to freaking do this, I have to take care of my health, will help me to become a better version of myself, will help for me to be a better man for my family, lead from example, and from that, like I told before, it's always fitness, mental, and business. So when you get better, you get stronger at the gym, you're building that resilience, then you're much better at your discipline at work, so you can make more money, so like always fitness goes as a foundation for everything else in your life. So again, when you're looking at asking yourself, so like, why does it seem like universe works against me, or like always hits me from different angles? So I want you to look at this. It's not the universe against you, and maybe it's just like I said, it's meant to be for you. And also, is it asking you, universe just testing you? This is a test. Look at this as a test. Is it like really you want to be the best version of yourself, or is just a wish that you might one day want it? All right, let me share the story with you really quick. So basically, when I moved to United States 10 years ago, I had a lot of resistance. Oh, trust me, man. When I moved here, well, first of all, I don't know if a lot of you, I talked about this actually few times. I think I need to talk more about this, but when I moved to United States, I moved literally with a couple $100s in my pocket and the backpack. That's it. It was 10 years ago on March 2nd, actually, exactly like this year. It was 10 years anniversary since I moved to United States with nothing, literally. 200 was like $300 in my pocket that I borrowed from my parents, and one backpack. That's it. So when I walked out in New York and JFK airport, I was like, all right, here we go. Here's New York. Let's see what we can do. No friends, no relatives, no family, no one, nothing, literally. And I just had someone contacted, one of my friends of friends in Ukraine contacted someone in New York, like for some of their friends, and asked if I can just stay for 2 nights in their place until I find something. That's it. And the second I moved there, on the second day, I started looking for a job. So trust me, the first couple of years was really tough, and I had a lot of resistance, from internal, external, like if I did, from internal was like if I did the right choice, it was really tough. Of course, I was still young. I was like in my early 20s, I was missing my parents, I missed my family. So internally was like, I was like, damn, if I'm making the right choice. Of course, externally was a ton of challenges for me to being completely brand new country, like in the biggest country in the world, right? In the biggest city, I decided to go all in. And imagine, like I decided, ended up in New York, which is the biggest, one of the biggest cities in the world. And yeah, it took a lot of hits on me, the city, and a lot was obstacles, a lot of challenges. The first couple years was probably the worst time in my life, but also probably the best time in my life, because all of those tests, my life basically was really hard at the time, but I took all of that as a test, as a test, so really, if I really wanted to grow and build my life here, or if it was just a wish and I made the wrong decision. And just my parents like told me several times on monthly occasion when I talked to them, and I was like, damn, it's really hard, like I don't know if I can do this. I believed every single time that I can do this, but of course, the devil sits on your shoulder, like tells you like, maybe it's not meant for you, maybe just go home, lad. My parents even told me, like always on a multiple occasion, lad, just go home, seriously. If it doesn't work for you, if it's that really hard, because I of course will share with them all my struggles and obstacles, they'll be like, Vlad, probably it's not meant to, for you to be there, so just go home, that's it. And I was like, nope, I already made my decision. I'm gonna take every obstacle, every hit that I have here, I'm gonna take it as a challenge, and I'm gonna grow out of it. So I never even looked, as a plan B for me to go back. Seriously, it was not even option in my head to go back to Ukraine. And trust me, when I was like when I was just building my personal trainer, it's a personal trainer basically experience, right? So like my skills, I was still washing dishes in a restaurant. So I would wash dishes in a restaurant, there was like in Brighton Beach, it's called Skovorodka restaurant. I would wash dishes there and wipe tables between 10 a.m. and 10 p.m. for 12 hours. And in the morning, I would wake up at 6 in the morning, I would go to the gym, I would train myself, and I would start training couple clients. I would charge them, that was like friends of friends, I would charge them $10 a session, and that's how I was building my skills, I started working with the clients. So, is it was tough? Hell yeah, that was really tough, trust me. Waking up at 6 in the morning, I know that I'm gonna work for 12 hours, wash dishes, wipe tables in the restaurant, and I still would go to train myself, to work out, and because I knew like I need to be the best version of myself if I want to train others, to help them and get in shape, I need to be in shape. So I would go to the gym, work out, and I would have like client or two in the morning, like I said, almost for free, basically just to get experience. And after that, I come home, shower, like grab something to eat by 9 o'clock, and I would go for 10 a.m. to open the restaurant. And like I said, I started working in the kitchen, wiping tables, cleaning, washing dishes, dishwasher, like you name it pretty much. I was doing all of it in the restaurant for several years. So, is it was hard? Of course it was hard. Is it what I was thinking like, the universe was testing me or everything was against me in that moment? Yeah, it was like definitely felt like, every single thing was in my life was against me in that moment. But I feel like that was a great test that built me, right? So that built my resilience, that built me as a man, that helped me to build my discipline and helped me to grow. And after the next couple of years, I moved to Manhattan. I started my own business. And now I'm in Florida. So every year I'm just continually leveling up. And it's always, guys, always going to be some next level. Next, when you're trying to grow to the next level, it's always going to be something more challenging. There's going to be always more resistance, whether internally, your brain looking always for a lazy, easy way, so you're always looking for some resistance internally, but also, of course, it's going to be something externally, right? So that's why, my friends, I want you to look at this as a test. It's not the universe against you. It's not a God against you. It's just a test, right? So whether the universe or God testing you, how bad do you really want this, or this is just a wish, okay? So I hope that makes sense for you, and I hope I answered that question for my client, right, brother? I hope that makes sense for you too. So let me just leave you with a couple tips, so basically, when you feel like everything against you, here's a few tips what you can do about it, right? So number one, shift your mindset and stay ready, right? So be prepared. Shift your mindset. Again, write it down right now in the comments. Shift your mindset and be ready. So instead of thinking, why me, right? So think and ask yourself, what right now the stage of my life is teaching me, right? So how can I grow out of this, whatever is happening right now in my life? So what this test really is giving me, okay? So, and like I said, be ready, so be ready. It means like even right now we have hurricanes coming up, in Florida. I hope, by the way, everyone stay safe. So when the hurricanes come, So how prepared are you, right? So are you really prepared for these days coming up? It's like so on Wednesday, a couple days coming up, hurricane. So are you ready with the food? Are you ready with the water? Are you staying prepared for this, what's coming? Hopefully it's not going to be bad, but if it's really coming bad, are you have those sandbags that you can, pull to prevent water from going into your house or into your apartment? Are you have water for several days? If it's going to be power, it's going to be off. Are you have food for a couple days? So same here. Are you really prepared? Or you just wake up in the morning and you're just following without structured plan, whatever wind blows, I call it, blows at you, you're just going with that in that direction. So are you really prepared the night before? If you want to go to the gym at 6 in the morning, are you really setting you go to bed early? Are you really have your gym clothes prepared in the morning and shoes, and water bottle, with lemon before you leave to the gym? So all of those little things, are you preparing yourself the night before? So are you fully armored for that? Are you setting an alarm right for the right time? Or you're just thinking like, oh, I'll go to the gym at 6 in the morning, and you just, of course, hit the snooze button and you just wake up at 7 or 8 and you're like, all right, I guess I'll go tomorrow, I'll go next time. So basically, if you do that, it's just a wish for you. But if you're really preparing yourself night before, that shows me exactly like you're ready for the challenge and you really want it, okay? So again, shift your mindset. So why, instead of thinking, why me? Think what right now the stage of life is teaching me and be prepared, right? So if you're not ready for tomorrow, if you're not ready to go to the gym tomorrow morning, the way you said, that means you don't want it that bad, you don't want to change, okay? But if you really want it, be prepared, okay? Like I said, exactly with the hurricane example, be prepared night before, all right? Number 2, lean on your routine. Again, write it down right now or just say in the comments or write it down somewhere in a notebook. Lean on your routine, okay? In tough times like this, when you're thinking everything against you, your routine becomes your lifeline, okay? So the way you do everything, the way you do anything is the way you do everything, right? So and your routine exactly shows your discipline and exactly shows how structured your day is, and showing up, whether it's showing up at the gym, eating right, doing things that you don't want to do, that shows me exactly your routine will test you, basically will help you to stay on track, right? So whatever test is coming your way, your routine, your daily non-negotiables, I talked about this before, I probably will do another live about non-negotiables, but your daily non-negotiables and your daily routine, so whether you want to do it or no, you do regardless, I call those non-negotiables. So those really shows me if you are serious about it, right? So if you're sticking to your plan. So number 2, lean on your routine, right? And number 3, last but not least, find your community. I think it's also really big. So when you feel alone in those tough times, and to be honest, for me, actually, I didn't have anyone. I had a couple friends. I had my family online. Okay, I had my parents who always support me, and I had a couple friends actually who just made friends in New York. I think those people, I had a few people around me. Exactly, that community helped me to push through those tough times. Like I said, my parents. I had a couple friends who would always talk to them about those tough times. So find your community. So when you feel you're alone in those struggles, you have some people. That's why I'm building this community, whether it's on YouTube, on Instagram, or Facebook group, right? I'm building community so you can share the struggles with each other, you can support each other, and my goal, of course, to be there for you and help you if in any way possible to push through those tough times, all right? So just, I want to feel you. I want you to feel that we're in all of this together. And trust me, I still have my obstacles on a daily basis. I still have tough times, and it's still feeling this way too, right? So I have those tests every single day. So have community, strong community. When you have strong community around you who feels the same way, who understands you, and there for you every step of the way, that's how we can push through those hard times. So you're not alone, okay? So that's what makes difference. All right, so okay, guys, that's it for today. Again, remember, growth isn't easy, right? So, and if everyone would do this, like, if it would be easy to have 6 packs, everyone would walk around with 6 packs, right? So everyone would go just lean and jacked all year round, but it's not easy. So growth, working on yourself, working on your business, working on your health, it's not easy, right? So growth in this easy, it's not easy, but it's definitely worth it, right? So always ask yourself, so why is it worth it for me Find your why. I'll talk about this actually next Monday. I already have a couple ideas. So like find your why, and remember, the stronger your why. So like always reset your brain every day with asking, why do I really want this, right? So why I'm doing this, whether it's for my family, for myself, for my health, for my wealth. So the stronger the why, the faster and the better results and more results sustainable will be. Okay, so ask yourself how strong your why, and if you need to make it stronger, get it better and make that stronger why. Okay, and my friends, again, keep pushing forward. If you have any questions, reach out to me. I'm always here for you. I hope you have the best day of your life. Hope you have the amazing and productive week ahead of you. For everyone who's in Florida, my friends, my clients, I hope you have staying safe around this hurricane season. And peace. I'll see you next one. Bye.